You know.
Let's go. We probably should do that on time a little bit. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, welcome back to another episode, everybody, of Now and Then.
Now and Then.
We are your favorite two professional fans. I'm your host, Ike on the 808.
And I'm Willie J.
And we're going to bring you the craziest opinions that we can think of that nobody asked.
Boogity, because
we're going to give it to you.
Ain't nobody asked about it, but we're going to give it. There you go.
So, well, I won't say completely crazy opinions, because most of it makes sense, but it's just our opinions that we decide to give out to the
Everything
world.
I say makes sense.
Right. Okay, so
Everything.
Today we got a controversy. We have a little bit of an issue here, y'all, because
we don't have the issue.
Well, yeah, it's
but somebody that we know that's dear to us.
One of our
colleagues,
say constituents, because we don't know him like that.
No, he's one of our colleagues, because we all in
an associate of ours.
Well, I ain't never been around him.
Well, we associate with his content.
Okay, now that we have done.
It is
content
he is a little bit of a well-known face around here, or name if you know.
Well, you see his name up there.
Yeah,
Shannon Sharpe.
Shannon Sharpe.
Well,
Shannon Sharpe, as y'all, for those of y'all that do not know, Shannon Sharpe has been accused of,
sexual misconduct.
Yeah, there we
Let's
go.
just call it that.
There we go.
Yeah.
For some reason, you can't say the SA word on here without it being offensive, whatever. But still, so sexual misconduct was placed upon Shannon Sharpe, because we don't really know all of the full details yet, because there is a full video that is out, but
they haven't put the video out yet, but they have possession.
They have possession of
because that's what they manipulate. And what they're doing is they're taking and clipping and snipping it up to make it sound like, you know how when you edit things, for those of you that know about editing, how you can put words and put things together and make it seem like people saying stuff you're not saying. And so in this particular case,
they weave it.
This person, you know. Do you know what the weave is?
The weave.
I'm gonna have to bring that out again. I'm gonna have to have President Trump tell you what the weave is.
You know what the weave is? I'll talk about like 9 different things, and they all come back brilliantly together. And it's like, and friends of mine that are like English professors, they say, it's the most brilliant thing I've ever seen. But the fake news, you know what they say? He rambled. That's not rambling. What you do is you get off a subject to mention another little tidbit, then you get back onto the subject, and you go through this, and you do it for 2 hours.
Attention to, and that is once accusations have been brought upon you, and because the media can be manipulated very easily, it makes it look like you're this person that people think that you were hiding all the time. Oh yeah, he could have been doing that behind the door. Well, it's obvious that him and this young lady that he's talking with and dealing with were involved in some real kinky stuff. Okay, they was into that tying up, and I ain't saying nothing, but a lot of y'all know how it is out there, because some of y'all need to turn her loose, boy. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry. What you waiting on?
You was going with that.
Okay, no, because I'm just simply trying to explain some of the things that he's going to say briefly, so that people understand it'll be a second time hearing it.
Yeah.
And so it'll confirm, or just make it stronger in your mind of why this guy is saying what he's saying. And of course, he's going to say he's innocent, and he is until proven guilty. What you laughing about now?
What you just said that was like you gave him a backhanded compliment.
What did I say?
Shannon Sharpe is a great football player, but he ain't really good for the team. That's kind of like what you just said.
Well, I did that. Well, I gotta have it.
He said, "Hey, man, look, Shannon Sharpe didn't do it, but he did it."
Well, see, because you have to, because you know what, people will take what you say, and this will be the video to go viral, and they see what he said. They was with him when this was happening. We were filming.
That'll be the very part that go. Shannon Sharpe done it again. That'll be the only thing up there. And get 2 million. They get 2 million clips and remixes. Next thing you know, you a sound. People memeing you. Yeah,
and you know how come we know he don't have no gay stuff going on?
Hold on.
Because if he was, somebody would have came out by now and then told it. Because they would have came out, especially if he's saying he's not. somebody would have came out and said, "You mean Shannon?" Because you know how they did him when they did that makeup. That was wrong. I might pull that picture back up.
That was
because that was wrong. But anyway,
they did him real crazy for that.
Let's get started.
Because he had
me and you will get to
everything.
talking and stuff in the audience.
But
like,
you know what? Funny enough, this time it's actually all about the same thing.
Yeah, well, at least, yeah.
We're gonna get it rolling.
Okay, let's roll it.
Releases, audio.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, his lawyer did.
That's busted.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from.
I mean, it's
This pretty much letter
of apology or whatever. I like the way he did it because he knew just about how much to move. You see how he got his hands crossed? Y'all excuse us for a second.
See, but he's more concerned with his professionalism.
Yeah.
Because this is going to affect his professionalism.
Well,
his professional job. Because of just
being bulky and big and everything. Y'all know good and well. Y'all say, yeah, he doesn't held that girl down, and he probably did, but she told him to. Well, I don't know. Here we go. See, this is how you get in trouble. Go ahead, roll the tape.
You ain't lying, man.
Roll the tape, because I don't know.
The heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
Stop it. And what he mean by that stereotype is the big black man, the big buff buck, taking advantage of a little white lady, even though the lady might not even be white, because we don't know, because ain't nobody said nothing about whether she was or not. So I don't know. And that's kind of interesting that didn't come up.
No, you know they're leaving that out on purpose.
You think so?
Yeah.
But why?
If it was a white woman, it'd be all over everything. If it was a black girl, they'd
kind of just sweep it up on.
So if you leave it open for speculation, you go, oh my God, Shannon Sharpe did what to the white lady?
Oh yeah.
So like you're saying, it can be
mess with my white girl.
It can be turned in and out.
Man, you don't want that because they catch it.
That's why he's trying to explain himself without giving up too many details of anything.
True. Yeah.
Because they always tell you, look, first of all, don't do no talking. Okay.
Yeah.
You're already in.
Because you really can't say
you can't say nothing to fix this situation, especially being a man.
No.
Because you are already on the chopping block.
Yeah.
And then they go and tell you not only is it a woman, but you sexually misconducted your ways around this woman. Oh, it's over with.
And then her being 19, and you got to be in your 30s at least, so that means you supposed to know something, but hey for the monkeys. Y'all seen some of these 19s? Remember that song was out called Hey 19? It's by Steely Dan.
We was listening to that song one day.
Yeah.
I don't remember when
Hey
it
19,
was.
but anyway, so we see what he's talking about. They're gonna characterize him as the brute. And it's easy to do because he lift weights and he's thick,
big brother.
That's why I lost all my muscles. I got tired of being looked at like that. Everybody look at you and they're like, oh, that guy right there, he's a snatcher. They can just look at you and not tell.
Back to
that video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby.
Hold up, because a lot of folks don't know what OnlyFan is. OnlyFan is a personal pornography.
Well, not necessarily.
You only own OnlyFans for only one thing.
Well, no, not necessarily. Because you can get paid from everything. It just goes up there.
I know one lady was getting paid for her toes. Yeah, I mean, wax them down, put baby oil on them for y'all don't know how to do it. You take them, get you some real hot.
Okay, don't listen to him. It's a site that's used for all different kinds of entertainment that you can put it up there. Regardless of what it is, it can be from PG-13 to X-rated.
I don't know nothing about no PG-13. All I know
I'm
is
starting the video
29.
again. I'm starting the video
Okay.
again.
Want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do.
Do we really though?
I knew it.
I mean, can you just? I mean, we want to say
He
it,
said, "Do we really know?" Though?
but do we really know? I mean, because I done been wrong before, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'd have been wrong a lot of times.
Man, well, I can't mention how many times you've been wrong because it's been a while. It's been quite a few times. But me on the other hand, I try to keep my being wrong down to a little bit of 100 or so thousand a week. But I'm just saying, man, you know, he's in a sad situation. And I hate to see him squirm like he is right now, but I think he's going to make it, man. But think about this. They want him to give them $50 million. So what that tell you he supposedly got?
$1 billion.
He got more than 50 million. Because they ain't saying, we trying to break you. We just want some of your money. That's some of your money.
See, but here's another
Come
thing.
on, Shannon, you doing good, brother.
But see, it's still another thing, though. Like I explained to you yesterday. You get to a new status of
we did talk about
success.
Yeah.
More problems show up.
Yeah.
They told you in the song, more money, more problems.
And you know, just like my boy said, he said when he was living in his house, Mike Tyson's house, and he said, man, 4 days later, a chick popped out one of the rooms to my, where my clothes? I'm like, where your clothes? He said, what are you
doing here?
And what are you doing in here? And she told me, I'm here for the party. The party been over 4 days. This chick was incapacitated.
She couldn't get it. First of all.
And what was she eating?
First of all.
They probably had a room.
Mike Tyson's house?
Yeah. That thing he said it had.
First of all, Mike Tyson's house?
14, 15 bedrooms. And it just had more bathrooms. So, I'd be damned.
He had like 22 bathrooms.
Yeah, you could just tear it anywhere you wanted to and squirt. You hit a bathroom. You didn't even have to aim. It was good for men.
Think about how many. Okay,
we call it the pissy sloth.
Think about it takes. Let's just say it took him 20 minutes to walk from one side.
Yeah.
To the middle of the house.
Well, wait a minute. When Curtis bought it, he said he was afraid.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. My bad.
He said he was afraid to look down.
He said, I looked down there and it just kept going.
He said, man, you ever look down your hallway and said, man, I ain't going down there.
It looked like a long journey to get down there.
See, and then you might see something dodge out.
Nope.
Because you know that movie Sinners is out. He said that he saw Sinners. I'm going to look at it.
I'm going to say, we could talk a little bit about it after this.
Okay, well, let's let it roll. Are you trying to insinuate something? You're saying Sinners? And we just happen to have allegations up here about somebody?
No, I think you just put two and two that wasn't two
together. Okay, well, I don't know, Ollie.
I love all you guys. Thanks.
With that being said.
Okay, we already know Stephen A. Smith
ain't going to take no sides to nothing. But he going to stick up.
He going to stick up for everybody.
He going to stick up for his boys, though. See?
He gonna stick up for. He ain't gonna pick a side, but he'll speak for him.
He gonna speak for Jay. Who he with? ESPN.
Yeah.
He gonna that and Disney. He bring them up right quick. Go ahead.
It's important to point out a couple of things. Number one, I was not there. I can provide no eyewitness account. And even though I got love and respect for Shannon Sharpe, and I'm sincerely hopeful and prayerful that he is completely innocent of the allegations that have been levied against him, I can't sit here and speak to his innocence or guilt from a knowledgeable place because I have nothing to do with this. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I don't even know this person.
Now, that's honest, though. I can't speak on it because I really don't know any of the real information. I don't know what's going on. And we're really just going off of the fact that she wants to accuse him of something, and he made a video stating that he's going to defend himself. So we can go based off of Shannon defending himself.
But see, here's the thing. All of us been in positions, and we know based on certain things, there's some truths to both sides. Now, it is he may have done some things to her, but under her consent.
Yeah,
See,
and that's another thing.
and so
Because
now
if he recorded it, he probably got her consent on the recording.
if that's what happened, see, because I speculated she probably did it on a sneak tip.
What?
She recorded him, and he didn't know it.
But
he's saying
but
they
I'm
were
thinking
role
he
playing.
said, but I'm thinking what he said earlier is another point. He said if I had the video myself, I'd put it out.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Now what I'm thinking is, like you said, probably a little sneakage, or knowing Shannon. Well, not Shannon, but I've seen a lot of different celebrities carry different phones. Let's just say he don't have the phone he need with him at the time. Put it out.
I don't know about that. I mean, that could very well be true because
But like you
social
said,
media,
I'm
man,
thinking-
this dude is a mogul and he's a huge social media guy. So he might have a lot of different connects like that
That's
for different
that's
things.
that's a scary sight in
for
itself. man.
different things, man. You know, so it's hard to speak on that, and that's why, like you said, Stephen doing the right thing. But you know what? I was going to say, you think if you was in a fight, you think Steve would be behind you?
No.
You go to reach for that big rope.
Now,
And-
you
and-
know what? No, I take that back.
and
I
he-
take that back.
and all
Hold on,
you
hold
see
on,
is
I
his
take that
red
back.
bottoms.
Hold on. Let me take that back.
Okay.
Because Stephen A might go into battle with you. Okay? Now, only reason I'm saying that is because Stephen A has been known to show his face in times of disgruntled folks. Okay? Regardless of if he knows the person or not.
Yeah.
Because Stephen A knows that he's going to speak from his, well, truth and heart.
Yeah.
So, would I want him behind me? Probably more than likely, because he will come with a better a better reasoning to speak out.
Now,
to
mind you,
help my
now I'm talking
situation.
about being in a fight now.
Yeah,
You know, where y'all throwing fisticuffs.
but like I said, the fighting maybe not, but backing me, yeah.
Okay, I can give you that. You can
Support maybe, yes. Backing as far as actually putting fist to face, no.
Well, you need to get that one lady that's the comedian, the one that told you, Leslie. Leslie said you need to pull up on her because she said if you got me, she said she'll hold it down.
Are you talking about big girl?
Yeah, big lad.
First of all, let me tell you something.
She said I
Don't
hold it
mess
down
with-
till you go get the car.
You don't mess with Shorty. Cause I done seen her hold two niggas by herself.
I can believe it, but
I mean, just she's sitting there. She grabbed this one like this, and she holding him
she
over
knows
here.
she's strong. She's talking about, hey, queen.
First of all, she 6'8"?
No, she ain't that tall. She's
Close.
She big.
She's
though.
6'3", 6'4".
She about that though.
Now she weigh a good, she weigh a good 200.
Now see, here's another thing.
She weigh a good 200.
Cause when you got a female that weigh that much, and we ain't saying
And
that with
she's
you
a
too.
big lady.
Cause we like to now hold on now, cause we like the big
ain't no
too.
discrepancy against this woman, okay?
No
None at all.
No.
None at all.
I like-
I love her as a comedian. She's a great woman. I think she's got a good personality. She's just a big lady. Her hands is huge.
Feet big too. I ain't gonna be lying. And you know what I don't understand? Now we slipping again.
I'm sorry.
We ain't go to something else.
It's good.
I can't understand Shaq said he got a size 22 shoe. Now, the other guy that's taller than Shaq, to my his feet only 15. How the hell that's supposed to work?
That's
So you
this size
seven,
shoe.
you 7'5". Shaq to my, I got that 22. I went to the guy and the guy did 26.
Let me tell you something.
He told me this on page.
Remember when I said there was a boy that was 18 that came in and he was 7 foot? Went beyond a foot. I think his when they were saying he was coming out of high school was an 18.
That might be.
That's a lot of foot.
Oh hell yeah! That's 3 sets of foot.
That's okay. I'm supposed to wear an 11 and a half, okay? That ain't even that's barely half of Shaq's foot.
Look, man, if you wear a 12, Shaq damn near wearing 2 of your feet.
That's these foots,
Yeah.
right?
There you go. That's a lot of
Boy, that's a lot of
and so you can imagine.
That's as long as that keyboard box right there.
It is. It is. Yeah,
That's
it
a
is.
foot.
And so the whole thing is, when you have to walk around, you got to carry all that.
Everything.
And that's why
All
you
of
see them guys walk like they do, man, because you got to carry. It's
You
hard
gotta
to
carry them
pick
foot,
them down, big ass feet up, and clump them down, and then you got to make sure they don't slip on you.
Oh,
Break our
make
ankle.
sure they don't do this on
There
the
you
ground.
go. Yeah,
Let
you
me
got
tell
to
you
keep from
something.
scraping your toes.
I don't have that big of feet, but still, you gotta watch out for steps, curbs,
Oh yeah, because you can't.
dips in the street.
Listen, man, dips will get you, boy. That's what they mean. A little dab will do you. A little dip will
A
do
little-
you too. If you walking down there, especially when you
Don't
get to
twist
be,
no
when you
ankles.
get in your 60s, I'm gonna tell you right now, Shaq. You get in your 60s, have somebody walk with you. Because you can't walk around this. You can't walk down a regular sidewalk. But they just, for some reason, they just move on you. I just tell you, they're tricky. Everybody think they can get it. Everybody think they can beat the sidewalk when they get older. Until you see them on the, you all right, Herbert? Well, Herbert done slipped and fell.
Man, the curb done got plenty of victims.
Boy, you got me one day.
Man, you got me a few different times.
Got me. Yeah. I
Man,
wasn't even doing that. I was just walking along with a pizza in my hand. Go ahead, man. Do the rest of this video.
Let's do the rest of this. So we
Video ain't but 1 minute long.
That's why
I know
was,
what the
that's
reports
why I
say.
was trying to cut up the beginning.
I know the
part for us to
reports,
stop.
the
So
things
at
that have
least
been
get halfway
reported
through it.
on a multitude of outlets, from the AP to the New York Post, from a knowledgeable place
you know what
that
you
have been
can do?
levied against him.
Just basically.
I can't sit here and speak to his innocence or guilt.
He just, I'm sorry.
But see, but he's good at this though.
From
Boy, is he good at it.
a knowledgeable
long
place,
face.
because I have nothing to do with this. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I don't even know this person. I know what the reports say. I know the reports, the things that have been reported on a multitude of outlets, from the AP to the New York Post to
Right after this, go to TMZ.
Now, what he does well is a source.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing I've always have appreciated about Stephen A.
Yeah.
He will give you
He's a good
sources.
journalist.
Yeah,
He's a good
excellent
journalist.
Forbes to
Yeah.
TMZ and then everything in between. I mean, I can't even count the number of publications that have talked about it or written about it, networks, etc. It's all over the internet. It's everywhere. And
All right, we're gonna play this TMZ clip that was after this.
A woman, it looks like a former girlfriend, story about Shannon Sharpe. Strap yourself in, because we're about to tell you something that's pretty shocking. So you
Okay, for all of y'all that know TMZ does this. They've been doing this forever. Okay, they just propaganda. That's all it really
You know,
is.
back in the day, we had a newspaper called The Enquirer.
Now, I don't remember that, but I've heard people talk
The
about
Enquirer
it. multiple
was
times.
the one newspaper that had all kinds of just stupid stuff. Aliens coming, raping women, and monkeys and turning into goats. You know, just crazy stuff. I mean, they had bizarre stuff. And in the movie, the Men in Black, you remember he went and bought all them different tabloids. But he said that was where the real truth and stuff was.
He
But
did. He went in there and bought
Yeah,
all. Yeah.
And so these guys right here is just a digital Enquirer.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, they need to change their name to Enquirers.
because these folks, all they
I mean,
do,
because they be
gonna-
gossiping. They
That's
make
all
up,
they. That's all they do.
and they
That's
take,
all they do.
They
is
take
gossip.
facts and they switch words around. They wordplay to make it sound different ways. I mean, they put a dirty spin on this boy. You watch.
Yeah, because listen to how they started it off.
Yeah.
It's going. This is shocking information.
Yeah.
That we just
Yeah.
found out about
Yeah.
Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah.
And these are the type of people.
And when they
take-
found out, the same people, when they found out that Clinton, yeah, Clinton too, but when they found out Trump had done stole the damn near all the notes and had them in his house, they didn't even say nothing. They didn't say, "Oh, shocking news." They didn't say that. They just said they out here now trying to mess our boy up. Well, that's what it sounded like to me. But they just kind of just swept that under the rug. I mean, they may have talked about. I don't even know if they talked about it. To be honest, didn't even matter.
They talked about.
But I guarantee
They didn't talk about reasoning behind a lot of it.
No.
They just talked about the fact of the speculation that President Trump's coming out with more evidence that he's been holding documents in his housing.
Yeah.
That's literally all they were talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, yo, if you're gonna talk about the actual dirt that's been done.
You know something that we're gonna do a show on?
Stupid, huh?
I want to do a show on white crime. Y'all look forward to that because white crime is what you got going on today. You know, you go and look at how many people are rallying.
That would be an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, but that's what we're gonna do. We're just going in and get some of the video of these people when they're arguing and doing what they do, and then some more of that January 6th stuff. Throw that in there, you know, just to mix the salad up just a tad bit, you know, and that's what we're gonna do. But anyways, TMZ.
You know the story about Shannon Sharpe being sued by a woman, it looks like a former girlfriend, who says that he sexually assaulted her. He came back saying,
denying it altogether,
not true.
saying this is a shakedown. She's just trying to get money out of me, and he puts a lot of blame on her.
They gonna play the tape.
What, his?
Yeah, they gonna play the sex tape.
Attorney
On 30
Tony
seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Busby as well.
This is the Tony Busby, as in.
See, man, that's another thing. It's easy to clip 30 seconds fast.
Hell yeah.
You can take,
But
you can take any
here's
second.
the thing. Who knows that other than people like us?
Well,
if you've never edited,
well, there's a lot
anything-
of people that don't know that most media is phony.
because just like when people first started finding out about all of the stuff in the apps that you could put on your phone to make your face look a certain way and all this different thing, they didn't really look at it how they knew they was altering stuff, but they didn't really look at that it was editing. But them skills, you can take them and put them anywhere. And you can do it with music, film, books, same thing, man. You just got to learn the language.
The Diddy lawsuits.
Correct. Tony Busby is representing the
I don't mean no harm, but he looks scuzzy.
Tony Busby as well.
This is the Tony Busby, as in the Diddy lawsuits.
Yeah, he looks a little. Now, I know you ain't supposed to judge a book by its cover, but that's the only reason why you buy it. I mean, because if you knew what was inside of it, you wouldn't pick it up and look through it.
So now I'm thinking,
Don't do too long now, because we ain't got so much battery.
now, they just had more video surface of P. Diddy and during his sentence,
Okay.
during jail, you know, during
Why he's
jail
in
time.
jail? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
this guy was part of that too.
that's why I'm bringing this up.
Yeah.
They just said that.
Yeah, he is. He's part of that as
Now,
well.
at first, I was gonna say something different, but then I realized the video that they put out said that Diddy still got boy toys in jail. So I don't really know how to go about that one. But this is scary, man. To know that there's a person out there that wants to hunt
Money,
and get you to the lowest end of your own
money.
life.
And the reason that Diddy can do what he's doing, money. Because look at how many people he can influence on the outside with his money. You know, and so people that's in the inside, they know they got hookups, they know what's up. You know, they like, yo, man, you know, we look after you, man. You look after my peeps. You're like, oh, I got you. You know, you want moms to get a house. And,
That's all, and that's all.
that
it
kind
is.
of stuff, man.
Most of these celebrities go to jail and still celebrities.
R. Kelly's still making stuff.
R. Kelly, they just showed pictures of R. Kelly in prison.
Yeah.
He didn't grow out his beard.
He looked good.
He don't look bad.
Man, for what he had to get rid of all the grooming stuff. So he looked good.
Okay.
Cause he probably, you take somebody else his age. How old is R. Kelly? About 78?
No, he ain't that old yet. No, he ain't that old
No,
yet.
I know he ain't that
But
old.
I think
He about 59 though.
might be older than that.
Yeah.
Might be older than that.
Yeah, but anyhow, this guy right here, he's like he
Tony
said,
Busby.
yeah, he sued black men.
He's a fraud.
Correct. Tony Busby is representing the Jane Doe. She's filed as Jane Doe. But this morning, Tony Busby dropped an audio recording that he says his client made. It was a phone conversation between herself and Shannon, and they get into an argument, and you will hear what Shannon said to her. and then we'll get into Shannon's response to this.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke out of you when I see you.
Okay, hold on, though. Hold on. Stop.
And everybody know that you can't hit a woman, but you can choke her.
No, but
Oh, you ain't
still,
supposed to do that
but
either.
still, man, listen to what he told her.
What?
Next time I see you, he ain't gonna do that.
Not really.
But it's the threatening aspect of it. Now, do I think he's gonna do that? No, because he could really kill that woman. By him being as strong as he is, he could probably break her neck. Just by grabbing her.
I mean, figuratively, I think he just said it, but I don't know what the man meant. But
He said, if you say that again, next time I see you, I'm gonna be breathless. But, you know,
and she might like to be choked. I'm just telling you, man, that's a thing.
now from what I'm hearing here,
Now he may have just
Hold
held
on.
it a little too
no,
long,
but
like
from what,
baptism.
but listen to what she's saying.
Lord have mercy. If you say that one, here's what it is.
What? What does that even mean?
First of all, context has already been clipped out of this. So we don't know what the conversation started
No,
as.
no.
So the
You don't
context
have
of
no
what
idea.
this conversation
You
could
don't
have
know.
been.
You don't know where you are in this conversation.
Exactly. You don't know
Hell
any
no.
parts of this conversation.
And that's why he's telling her to put the whole thing out. He said because if you put the whole thing out, it'll say what it's supposed
It'll
to
say
say.
what it's supposed to. Yeah.
But like I said, they got text messages of her talking about what she'd like him to do. So she was into this stuff.
See, but this is all a play
Yeah,
because
like he said,
what
it's a
she said-
shakedown.
Yeah,
Now,
shakedown.
did he do it? I'm going Stephen A again.
No.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
We ain't got that type of evidence.
No, I don't
but going
know.
off of
We speculate just like y'all are.
speculation.
Because you don't know either.
That is true.
Because if you had the tape, you'd have been out there with it.
Gabby. You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
She said, I don't want to be, don't manipulate me. Okay, so I don't want to be, which means that you made the choice to be that anyway. And you're trying to tell him
What
to
is it
sell
that she
the
don't want to
idea.
be?
Well, he said that she being a B to she being a B to him.
Oh, is that what he said?
So
Okay.
it's just so.
I mean, I know he bleeped it out. I thought that's what he was
To
saying.
me
but
now, so.
see, he talking
I
about-
don't want to be. Don't.
And she talking about I don't want to be, don't manipulate me. So you're telling me at this point you already accepted the fact
That
that
you
you
was
are
being a
treating
bitch.
him like this.
Yeah.
So at some point you thinking that the man's just gonna suck it up?
I don't know.
Like you can't just eventually.
I'm gonna do Stephen A.
Eventually you get to the point where you just like.
I don't know.
No, I mean like personally. If
No, I
somebody is
understand.
telling you like this and you sitting there talking to them in a manner that you think is understandable.
Okay, now bring me back if I go too far, but I'm gonna say this. Remember Roller Derby? Those were real women.
Okay.
You need a woman like if you're
What
gonna
did
be
that
like
have to do?
because
with
if you
anything?
can't if you a man like Shannon, big and husky, you need you a big husky woman. You need somebody that can throw weights around like you throw them around. Then y'all can go in the bedroom, put on baby oil, get busy. Get the wrestling move. You know when you try to hold a green pig. You ever tried that?
Ew.
Okay, yes, nasty.
That's greasy piglets. Okay.
Yeah.
Move.
Oink oink.
Manipulate me.
Yeah, peace.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Wow. Yeah. So the part obviously bleeped out.
see,
to
it
be
didn't need
clear.
kids.
I'm going to bleeping choke them out of you the next time I see you. Now, what's interesting is the end of that conversation where he says, "You don't have a choice in the matter." One of the things that that Shannon said in response to this when the lawsuit was filed is that they had a relationship where there was a lot of role playing. So this was a consensual relationship for over several months where they did role playing, there was rough sex, and he admitted to this, and his lawyer released what he says are text messages from this woman sent.
That shit dirty. Take this porno off there. That shit making me horny.
You can't say half of the stuff you just said out your mouth. You gotta learn to shut up sometimes.
I did shut
Certain
up.
things shouldn't be
Yeah,
said.
they can say that. They didn't, you know. Now you can't say it like the Two Live Crew.
Okay, so once again, this is a message that has been put out
Message.
from Shannon Sharpe and this lady's, I guess,
This is one of their.
ongoing altercation.
Well, no, this is their text messages, and this is part of the game that they play.
Yeah,
Because I know a guy
ongoing-
told me his woman wanted him to break in the house and just take her. He said, "Man, she wanted me to break in her house and unsexualize her." Can you say that?
You said, well, better, yeah, it's better.
Okay, I'm coming around. So, anyways, you can't use the F word, the
You said
N
what
word.
you can't use, just go on with talking.
No,
You
that's what
already
I'm saying, because that's what I would
36.
rather use to say what I had to say.
I understand that. You can't.
So, anyway, go to the end of this.
To Shannon, where she said things like,
But we should say, this is going to
This
be
is-
really graphic, folks.
yes, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're blanking me.
By the way, and I should say that the choking aligns with what he says was going on, which
And-
is what you just described.
Right. I know you missed this big, juicy. Oh, you're not going to read some of these?
Nope, you're the reader.
I know you missed this big, juicy blank.
You wanted to read them? You wanted to put
25K
them out
for
there, read
each
it.
cheek. You better.
Oh, no, nigga, no. No. What that last one say?
25K
It got real freaky in
for
there, didn't
each cheek.
Yeah. But look at
You
how
better
many.
crave it, 'cause you
Now,
gonna
what's
be
the
stuck with it
52?
for
What's the
life after you
what's the 52K stuff? Is that how many people that
put a
looked at it?
big black baby? What? 52K, what?
Big black baby.
What you talking about? 50,
Baby boy.
52K what?
Go on to the next one. That's where it was.
You better.
A woman, it looks like a former girlfriend.
That was the end of it. I went backwards.
The one. Then
You talking about the one before?
that-
Are you not
What
going to
does
read
it
some of
say?
these?
25K for each check.
For each cheek.
Each cheek. So what it says, I know you missed this big juicy whatever. 25,000 for each cheek. Is that something she's saying to him, or is he saying that to her?
Honestly. It could be either way, honestly.
Yeah, that's a little ambiguous.
But considering that Shannon Sharpe got the most money, I'm pretty sure this is something she's saying to him.
Yeah, I guess, man. I don't know, man. 19 years? You in your 30, you 35, 30, because he had to be, because how old is Shannon?
Now, 55.
And when did this supposedly happen?
I really don't know, honestly. To be honest with you, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a little interesting.
That's, but here's the thing, though. They messed up because they allowed a person that knows his business.
Yeah,
Like he knows his own business.
Yeah.
Like he.
that privacy thing that he was
Yeah.
always talking about that he had, I think she snipped that, you know, because,
So now he getting
because-
ready to be a complete different person.
and I think you might
'Cause
be
This,
right.
this is the second time they invaded his privacy.
Well, he did his own with the
The
one.
first one, yeah. But you know,
And see, they could have took those two and put them together. They cut the one and have the sound from both coming in, have him doing all kind of freaky stuff. Don't get no AI.
man, I've been looking at that stuff. But before we get into that,
Like, comment, and subscribe.
like, comment, subscribe to the channel, click the bell when you want to be notified that we are dropping more videos. Everybody.
And don't forget to tell your friends, share it.
Don't forget to bring all your cohorts. They need to come pull up to the show.
Bring everybody with you.
Now, real quick,
Real.
we had asked, well, we didn't ask, but for a lot of folks that haven't seen it, you got to see Sinners.
Oh, the
because
movie Sinners.
for your own, watch it for your own entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is something to kind of think about, look at, but as far as it's captivating the audience, it will do that. So you don't want to get lost in what you're watching and miss the message. So if you do, just try to keep your eyes and ears open to what the details are in the message that's going on, because it is about.
And
the
I've
music
heard
industry.
I've heard people try to explain it, and I still don't understand what it is that they're trying to tell me that the movie was really about. All I know is it's got a lot of elements in it, a lot of different things, and it touches on a whole lot of different things.
Well, the basis of it is the music industry being evil.
Oh, yeah.
Remember I told you, because the boy was playing and the devil showed up, basically.
Okay.
Basically is what happened. But the visual that we're seeing from two different perspectives allows you to see what one person sees opposed to what the other person sees. The boy just sees that he's playing a song in a juke joint.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? The actual evil entity and spirit itself that's standing outside can see what it's doing to everybody out inside.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing what it's conjuring, seeing all the different things that's coming because of his music. So it was just to see that, and the devil is always around when it comes to music.
And that's that explains how come them girls, and I can't say what they did, but they did it when they be at them concerts with Al Green. And I don't mean the congressman. That spirit would just tell me to take them off. Or was it like, turn them off or take them off? But anyhow, they could have been.
It was something. One of the.
When he said turn them off, maybe they thought he was saying take them off. And they would just take them off and throw them up on there. And boy, I tell you, I had a draw full of them. About 50 pounds.
So remember when you said we need to try to stay on topic?
Yeah, we on that.
On it.
We ain't talking about nothing now. We already done basically end the show. By when we
were just talking about movies. Sinners.
Oh, we was talking about Sinners, but then I talked about what I just gave you was a good example of what sin is. Okay, see how easy it is to get caught up in it? Just that quick.
Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, click the bell when you want to be notified.
And stop sinning.
I think we need to be gone at this point. We need to just go ahead and finish this.
Go ahead and finish. Okay.
So thank y'all, everybody, for being here. We appreciate y'all for being here. Now and then, woo, we out, y'all. We done.